Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on February 5th, 2023. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your space weather update as well. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and world weather forecast. Always looking here at the sun for the last 48 hours. 304 angstroms. A couple C-class flares to talk about as well. Large plasma filament taken off from the southwest region of the sun. Looking the last 24 hours incoming. We do have a pretty active sunspot region backside right now, getting ready to turn in. As well, noting on the left-hand side, plasma filament eruption taking off there with a couple spinning plasma tornadoes. Looking the last 48 hours outgoing. Earth-facing C-class solar flare. You'll see that bright region, center disk. And another close look here at that plasma filament taking off from the southwest region. Looking at multi-spectrum, showing all of the last 48 hours of events, a few plasma tornadoes in the northern hemisphere, as well in the southern. Watching that region there, the CME, plasma tornadoes, and as well that bright active region getting ready to turn in. Having a look here, 193 angstroms, we can see the coronal holes. Those are the darkened regions. Not expecting too much for space weather. Solar X-ray flux remains in a B range right now after seeing two C-class solar flares. Solar X-ray flux is low. Geomagnetic activity slightly elevated with a KP2. Real-time solar wind sitting at 362 kilometers per second, but notable there that 19 for the density bunches. ISWA space prediction spiral showing space weather heading our way, and we've got a few days of calm. Looks to be until about the 12th or 13th of February when we will see our next space weather event, unless we see an Earth-facing CME. Look here at LASCO 3, showing our sun's events the last 7 days, including the full flight of the Comet 98C, which had a pretty close encounter to the sun. You can see the tail kind of ripped away at the end and is heading out of our solar system. Schumann resonance for today is a power of 10. Low power today, but slight spike this morning around 9 a.m. Quality of 9, power of 10, amplitude of 8. Now let's get to earthquakes around the world the last 24 hours. With the most recent here, 4.3 Pagan region, Northern Mariana Islands, deep earthquake there, Marianas Trench, as well as 5.8 earthquake off the coast of Japan, Bonin Islands region, largest today, 4.5 there, Severo, Russia, and as well Kamchatka with a 4.8, 4.2 there, Adak, Alaska. Continuing seismicity across the Aleutian Islands and into Anchorage. 4.4 here, Banda Sea, as well notable 4.5 here in Narrogin, Australia. Hopefully I said that right. 4.7 there, Vanuatu. As well a 4.3 earthquake deep yesterday and another one deep today, 569 kilometer depth. So that's the deepest past 24 hours. Tonga region also seeing a 4.8 and a 5.0. Hawaii, minor seismicity continues. 3.0 was the largest at Pahala. And then we get to North American plate with Canada, Kimberley, Canada, 3.9 earthquake, BC, as well as 3.5 earthquake here, Mena, Nevada, the United States, and a 3.7 Western Texas. That's pretty sizable EQ for Western Texas. 4.5 here, San Pedro, Mexico. Dominican Republic seeing activity today, 3.7 largest through the day. South American plate, we did see a little bit of activity. La Serena, Chile, 5.5 earthquake. 68-kilometer depth as well. Chile 4.0 and 4.7 Chile-Argentina border. Quiet across the African plate into the West Indies. 4.3 here to report Tajikistan. Give you a quick glance at the last 7 days for shakers across the world. Seeing increasing activity across the Pacific Central West and as well up into the Eurasian plate. Deep earthquakes there, Afghanistan, as well continuing earthquakes, Malta. And still not enough activity in my mind. Central America, expecting something soon here. Maybe even up into the Cascades towards Alaska. Heads up, stay safe, stay aware, prepared. Let's have a look at the Pacific Disaster Center, showing the most recent satellite imagery from around the world, as well noting out the most recent volcanoes getting updated. Looking here at Nevadas de Ruiz, Colombia. Chicurachki, Russia. Sabancaya in Peru. Popo in Mexico. Sheveluch in Russia. Fuego, Guatemala. Swiss and Najima in Japan. Semeru, Indonesia. Ebako in Russia. And also Kerinci in Indonesia. So about 9 volcanoes getting updated today amongst the 46 that are active and erupting across the planet. Looking here, satellite imagery over the Atlantic. Strong system heading out of the maritime provinces. Extreme cold temperatures will be leaving in the next 36 hours. Across the Pacific, pretty strong system heading into Alaska. Could see some pretty heavy snowfall. And in the long-range forecast, we could see another atmospheric river heading towards the west coast of Canada and the US. Long line right here coming out of China. But a lot of these systems are heading straight northeast into Alaska. Carrying on here, pretty strong snowy system heading into Turkey. 2 low pressure centers now have joined forces there. Otherwise, high pressure ridge across parts of western and central. Let's have a look at the world weather forecast brought to you by windy.com. Low pressure system running up the coast, set to bring some snow to Maritimes. Big snowstorm heading towards Quebec. Tuesday, going to see an Alberta clipper heading north. And then another Alberta clipper here coming by Thursday. Looks like it may join forces here with the Texas low or not. Depends on the forecast. Stay tuned for the daily updates. And lots of snow and moisture heading towards west coast. Long range forecast. Low pressure system heading towards California. Watching a lot of these systems in the Pacific. Heading towards Alaska. Could see some pretty heavy snowfall amounts over the next few days. Overlooking South America. Daily evaporation rains. Nothing major to report there. Overlooking Africa. Madagascar. We do have a couple cyclones here developing in the long range, but a pretty wet week ahead for South Africa. As far north as Tanzania. Coastal regions going to see daily heavy rains. And then long-range forecast, a couple cyclones here developing. Overlooking Europe. Big low over Turkey right now. Heavy snow accumulations to be expected. And then a cold front moves in and a low-pressure system gets squeezed through the Mediterranean. And then another system, long-range forecast, heading towards the west coast, towards United Kingdom and Ireland. Overlooking the Pacific, Australia. We do have that cyclone that will be just touching landfall towards Brisbane by Friday, but it looks like that's going to head towards New Zealand in the long range. Watch for a tropical system here to develop northern territory of Australia. At the same time, pretty strong system whips out of Japan, bringing heavy snow to the region. Going to leave you here looking at our polar vortex. This is what it looks like right now for winter 2023. Equatorial winds, notice the direction there. Strong high pressure ridge off the coast of North America. Quick glance into last year at this time through the region. Notice the wind directions. A lot is changing on this planet, folks, including Earth's core, so stay tuned. Do have a video coming up for that. Give you the full details on whether or not it's really a big deal. Much love, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's update. If you did, please don't forget to smack that like button. Maybe share with your friends and family on social media. Much love. Stay aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun. And get your daily due. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.